This is why it happens, people. So this lady stopped because she's upset that we're flying upside down flags. She said, why are you flying upside down flags? We told her that this country's in distress because we have a military occupation and that we are military veterans protesting this military occupation. And here's how the conversation went.
I get that you're a Donald Trump supporter, but the Posse Comitatus Act says that the United States military cannot be used in domestic law enforcement. I'm not surprised that you don't know.
The problem that it is using them with you guys. He's saving lives. Okay? Donald Trump is saving lives by using the Coast Guard or the National Guard to save black people. Black people are killing black people. Okay? And this government.
Oh, wait, I thought you weren't wasting your breath on us anymore. You're blocking the bus lane.
Put it up full mass here. I recall someone saying how much they love the uneducated. That would be Donald Trump who made that quote. MAGA Karen blocks bus lane to defend Trump's federal takeover of the city of D.C. A defender of Donald Trump pulled a cove in Washington, D.C., blocked the bus lane and yelled at protesters, all to shout, quote, "Black people are killing black people," end quote. Internet personality Jolly Good Ginger captured the incident. Also shared that after he stopped recording, she allegedly yelled the N-word as she drove off. If true, obviously, this is a real champion for racism, not for black people or black people living. Quote, "This lady randomly stopped, went full racist. After I stopped recording, she yelled the N-word, hard ER, out of the car as she drove off." And Jolly Good Ginger, we appreciate you making that clarification, but we would have, if you didn't say hard ER, we would have already known. Now, one of the protesters cited the Posse Act, okay? And this is comitatus, which bars the military from participating in civilian law enforcement. There are rare exceptions, such as what they call a genuine rebellion. California Governor Gavin Newsom is currently suing the Trump administration and Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, under that same act for deciding to deploy National Guard and the Marines to Los Angeles during the ICE protest earlier this year. Now, to the bigger story, to the macrocosm of this story, what is Trump doing? He's pushing his limitations. And by pushing his limitations, and there's no actual absolute authority that stops him, he thus enhances his power. So if he can make the argument to take over a city, Washington, D.C., what's to stop him from making that same argument to take over Chicago? If he can make the case to take over basically authority from a governor, California, what's to stop him from doing it to you in, I don't know, Louisiana? The point is, this is not about partisan politics. So you don't have a guy who's there caring because he cares about some fundamental policy or because he gives a damn about you individually or your particular demographic personally. It's not because he believes in conservative values or Christian doctrine. It's because he believes in one ideology, and that's the ideology of personal power. And that is his driving bias. That is his driving focus. So when he makes decisions that make you scratch your head sometimes, or perhaps makes you decide to change your particular view on your values because your true Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, has decided to change his, it's because his measure is power, not you. All right. Dear brother, thoughts here?
I mean, these folks are just so fragile. It is bless this woman's heart. She's driving around, and can you even imagine how horrific it would be to see someone with upside down flags and just completely lose your mind over it? Thank goodness they weren't burning the flags. They probably would have been thrown in prison at this point. I think that there's a kind of sick irony too in how people who are these massive Trump supporters who you just feel like it seems like they fell out of Facebook sometimes. They've just been having a diet that consists on nothing but right-wing memes, and they have no idea what the real world is actually like. But they have convinced themselves, they've Jedi mind tricked themselves into thinking that they're like patriots when they're talking and screaming at people who are actual veterans who know their stuff and who are practicing their free speech. So who's patriotic in this situation? I also think that we should probably have some kind of a stopwatch for the N-word, because when these altercations start happening, I just look at my watch and go, all right, 5, 4th, and there it is. And it is sad, but it is also predictable.
Very predictable, and always disguised as, but we care about Black people. We're not racist. Yeah. All right, we'll bring you updates if there's one to bring.